everybody? Welcome to the show. We are on Breachers episode 9, Twisted Thoughts, with the lovely Verdantrix on the screen right now. We're going to be getting into the thick of it this episode as our journey from Verdantia through the Green Barrier comes to a hopeful end. They have taken what was supposed to be a 14-day travel and cut it down to 6 with secret passages, some scouting from Valraven, and 2 of the Elven Rangers from the court. And right now, the caravan is traveling their way to the Caretaker, or as many other people here believe, Verdantix, which is our lovely little mushroom friend's companion. We'll be starting here in just a couple of minutes. Get yourself something to drink. Pick up your Streamloot cards as we are falling low on survivability with only about 3 to 4 episodes left for the season. We'll see you guys in just a few. Real quick, everybody, I forgot. I believe that because it is Halloween with Streamloots, I think Screamy is back. If you have your Streamloots up, you'll see a ghost go by that you can click to get tickets to enter. We've had people win before. I believe Nessie won a Switch, if I remember correctly. So that is going on right now. Keep that in mind. On top of that, when you buy Streamloot packs or subscribe, you get tickets as well, which is cool. It enters you and I into getting different things. If I get a duplicate of anything, I'm just going to give it away to somebody in the lovely cast and crew if they don't have it, like a microphone, or I'll give it to one of you out there, depending on what it is. So keep that in mind, and I believe with that, Serving Hands will be very happy. I believe new powers are also available. What is up, everybody? We are back. I hope you guys are excited as I am about this. I love Breachers. It has been a real fun design to make. And tonight we're doing one of my newest mechanics, which is the journey. I have a whole thing on how to roll missions to do the journey and make Shadowdark not just a dungeon crawl, but an actual travel as well. And tonight we're going to see how well they do. They have Queen Moonblossom with them, and if you don't know who Aurora Moonblossom is, she is the head of the ETHUANTIA kingdom, and her husband, who did not come along, the gigantic treant creature, there was something that was noticed last time, that for some reason, they had a lot of eyes on them that would watch them, and there's also eyes in the forest that we were in one of the first episodes, built into the trees. But that lovely person who realized that our little mushroom friend is not here tonight because she is not allowed to cross the bridge because the kobolds are at war. Oh, I know, we're going to get to it, Diana. She's telling me that I'm wrong in the background, but, you know, it's not like I planned the show or anything. But what I know, everybody. With that, I guess let's bring my my two good friends and my brat friend on. Hi.
Brat.
I don't know. You're pretty bratty today.
What up, everybody?
Hi. So they did not share anything. We have Valraven back, and I want to at least recap this. It's been a few weeks. We had a huge fight on this bridge to get across. Valraven and two rangers were out scouting other paths to get to the caretaker safely. You did find one, which we will get into right after this. You fought this gigantic Hismok beast, almost died. Follis was flung off of a bridge, caught himself instead of dying a second time, and all the knights, along with Millicent and Nesbel, fought against this creature and finally killed it off without Nesbel falling into the middle of nowhere. How did they do this? Fucking soap?
Yep.
And grappling
Soap.
hooks.
Soap and grappling hooks. Who said you need a 10-foot pole? You just need soap. That's all you need. That's all you need.
Thing.
Yeah, it's a new thing. It's a new hot thing. So we left there, and our group is going to be traveling for a few days. So with that, I'm going to take us over to another screen here. And I want to talk about our travel here. It was supposed to be 14 days. So that means I had to cut every single one of these things in half. The next leg of the journey would have been 4, but it is 2 now between the scouts, the cards that were played and used by you all, which was the a day shorter where you cut the journey down. And we played a ton of those because we had to do it for everybody who was with us. We currently have 8 knights, 3 wagons, a carriage, 2 merchants, a carpenter, and then on top of that we have the royal guard as well. So I want to kind of pull up some of the people that we didn't get to see during the show. So this is the royal guard. When you travel over the next 2 days through this, what used to be like a carved out, you're guessing, mining area, finally Redrick takes their helm off and takes their breastplate off to pound out some of the dents and stuff from travel, from being a 7-foot tall elf. They are bulky, pretty burly. The breastplate that they set down, though, inside of it has a weird, like, I don't know, almost like vines that come off of it. And you can see they have attachment points in their skin. Their eyes are a pretty bright teal. And they are actually, it's a woman, not a guy. Their voice isn't as deep outside of the helm. They must have something that changes their voice magically. And they set it down. The Queen and Redrick have been talking to each other on and off about what happened, the upcoming pieces, especially while Follis is cooking dinner. This journey, Valraven will be showing back up, and I can kind of show this on the map a little bit. I know this is hard to see because I'm still doing sketch work, but this is the bridge they crossed here, the 2 dots. And then the next 2-day journey is this next purple piece here where that 4 is. That is an old mining tunnel. So we're not really going to be in, I would say, dire danger, but we're definitely going to be in an area where these kobolds do mill about. With that, they have agreed to send one of their own people to lead you to the caretaker. They know all about the caretaker. The queen has agreed as long as it's only one kobold that they can come along. But they have not seen the queen yet until you've traveled a day or two away from, like, the big mass of them. So they don't know that the fucking queen's traveling with you. So I'm going to start us with Valraven showing up at the camp, the carpenter talking to the other one, getting things ready, and Redrick is actually going to come over to Fallis for the dinner for the evening. She walks over. Her voice is a little softer, but still pretty deep. And she says, Fallis, I have a slight question. I don't know if this is something you can do, but the queen has asked me for you to be prepared.
Prepared. I am always prepared for dinner. Is it a special request this evening?
Yes, it is. How adept are you at poison?
I'm sorry?
How adept are you at poison?
I'd like things that are poisonous and I can cook around them or cooking poison into something.
More being able to put poison in a food with the taste being masked enough for no one to notice. Is that something that you are capable of doing?
Is this on behest of the queen?
This is on behalf of her royal guard protecting the queen.
So you want me to poison to the food to protect the queen?
If it is necessary, is it something you can do?
Absolutely. I think that I could definitely manage that. I am, after all, incredibly good at tastes and the flavor combination, so I think I could make it work.
Flavor is not poison. Can you make poison, or do we need to provide it for you?
Or making of the balls, that is totally different. I do not believe I could make it, but I could incorporate it.
All right. Do you have something that we can put the poison in for you?
I have. Oh, I do have a. Oh wait. He goes into his pack and he produces. He has a glass vial.
Glass vial. Do you have anything larger than that? This poison may be needed to poison a large group of people.
The only thing I have is this large golden bowl.
No lid?
Did not come with one, no.
Hold on. She walks away, she goes back, and she's kind of talking to you like on the opposite side of the carpenters things, and they are eavesdropping. One of the carpenters walks over when they walk away. Unfortunately, they did hear the conversation because she isn't the quietest. Carpenter walks up and goes, excuse me, Mr. Chef. Is the knight talking about poisoning us?
No, he's simply talking about if we were to make food and to protect the queen against poisoning of others.
Why would we poison people on the road?
I'm only guessing because we did have those troubles with the kobolds that perhaps others might show up. Unless I know there were scouts and perhaps maybe they had something happening. It could also be a spy among the ranks.
Wow.
Maybe I'm just saying. I do not know.
I failed my morale check. The carpenter walks away and immediately starts talking to other people about there possibly being a spy in their ranks. Great job. You're the best.
I apologize. I talk about food. That is my passion.
Valraven, you've been with these two scouts for a few days, these other rangers. They didn't talk the first day or two, but after being gone for as many as you have, they're very adept. They climb. They've kept up with you pretty well, to be honest. They came with gear for climbing and for making their way through here. They've talked about they've been pretty deep into the walls. One of them says that they've been all the way out of the wall to Astrolane. That they have a map that takes you from here to there. That it's private. They haven't really shared it. And this has just been during like times when you guys have been camping and talking. But they talk about Astrolane being this place of like of Starfield glory. It is perpetually night there, but it's bright as the stars seem to be hanging within the walls themselves. The grand magics are there, unlike anything that's in Verdantia, and that they have seen actual miracles of healing there. And they would pull out during one of the nights that you're there, like the last night before you meet back up with the group, and he pours some wine from a small, almost like golden metal vial that him and the other companion drink from. He says that this is an Astralane beverage from there that is said to let you light up a room through simply drinking the potion. And when they do drink it and sip on it, within like 10 foot around you, it makes these like floating, almost like planet system around a person of light. They would hand you one. It is up to you if you drink it or not. I will say about halfway through the drink, about 30 minutes in, they are loopy with whatever this alcoholic beverage is. Do you drink it with them or do you keep it?
As they're tripping, I'm going to ask them questions.
Oh. Okay, I see where we're going with this. Let's do some. He is the charisma king. Let's see what you got then.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
What are their names?
There are two of them. They are lifelong friends. Sedana. That is the older of the two, from at least what you can tell. And Favreau. Nope. It's not John Favreau. That's actually an elven name. You can blame his parents. Hilarious. I didn't even think about that. It's just a list of elven names that I have.
Sabro. Sarai, I am very impressed with how well you all have been able to climb. Did you teach, or Sedona, did you teach Favreau how to climb?
Oh no. So we were born in the wall on a journey with our parents. My mother was a sojourner, and his father was a breacher. Way back in the day, we were born in the wall. We were traveling to set up a sojourn camp that has unfortunately been taken over. We just learned to climb from really living in the walls for months before coming out back to Verdantia. I think my father was in here for 3 to 5 months, and his mother was in here for almost a year.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's a long time. I'm amazed at what you both are able to overcome.
Well,
Like, astounding.
the sojourn camp we set up is probably another 3 weeks from here towards Astralane. And they have shown the map a couple of times. Like, it's just the same one I've shown, but they have their own lines drawn on top of it of places they've traveled to. A lot of breachers do the same thing. They keep the same kind of maps and whatnot.
I'd like to see your map, and maybe you can point out where some of your stories come from while you were traveling.
Oh, unfortunately, he kind of rolls it up and sticks it back in. He's like, I probably shouldn't even be showing it. Technically, only the scouts of the kingdom are supposed to see these. So maybe it's the alcohol talking. I apologize for the rudeness.
I understand. It's fine. You're not being rude at all. Just as a newly found knight of your wonderful city, I want to make sure that when we're out here traveling, I'm actually able to not only listen to your histories, but protect them. And if I know places to go or things to watch out for, I'm a visual learner. I must speak too much.
We're not going to be, and he points the other way, he's like, we're not going to be anywhere near the deep areas of the wall that we were in, or as high. We were only a few floors from the roof of the wall. I'll tell you what, when we get back, we can ask the queen if the queen is okay with it, or if Redrick is okay with it, then we'll happily share it. But I don't want to get reprimanded for it. There's some areas in here that I don't even know if we're supposed to
reprimand you. Who would reprimand you?
Well, Redrick would for sure. We would be put back to Squire quickly.
What if you were a squire and continued to scout the walls and do what you're doing now?
No, I would never do that. We're knights. I would never do that. We'd never give up knighthood.
Fair. Speaking of the queen,
Oh, yes.
what are your thoughts on her?
Oh,
Between friends.
ooh, I'm gonna need that's a strong statement. I'm gonna need a charisma roll. Would you like some bonuses for this?
Well, how high are they?
There,
I
I'm
would. I'll take a
I'm
bonus.
already giving you an advantage on your roll.
Great.
I will give you. Let me pull up a couple of things here. I would say we'll use a blind eye card to give them a disadvantage because this is kind of like a passing of information. I'll oppose roll you here. You have advantage. I have disadvantage. Oh, okay, that one failed.
I got an 18 on the die, which brings it up to 20.
One of them immediately starts going to talk. The other one puts his hand over their mouth and says, look, the queen is a... The queen pushes the boundaries of what we are allowed to do. She journeys into the wall more times than I think even some of the breachers. It is said that she uses her animal that is with her pig, to guide her through here safely. But the king numerous times has had to send breachers and knights into the walls to go and acquire her. We alone have came and got her twice. So I would say she can be a nuisance. Not a bad person, just doing things she shouldn't do.
Have you found any benefits for you or your people for her and her travels?
Oh, we don't.
Is there anything that has been gleaned from it, or is
I don't
it just
know.
seem like a mindless distraction?
That is not of our purview. I could not answer that even if I wanted to.
I'm asking your feelings, not something exact.
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know how to answer that. She's a pain in the ass. She's in trouble all the time. She's never there. The king has to hold court by himself. It's just a catastrophe every time she leaves. And she comes back wounded all the time. Oh, you remember the time she was laid up for like 5 months? No healing. She broke her arm. She fractured her orbital socket. It was bad.
So she's recovered well, it seems.
Well, while we don't have healing magics, we do have people to tend to wounds. But enough of the queen. Let's and they kind of look at each other like they know that if they keep talking, the drug's gonna kick in and they're gonna fucking say something they shouldn't. Why don't we just rest for the night?
Would you like to play one of the games that we play when we would drink this back home? You see the little orbs going around? You name them.
Ooh, you are leaning into some lies here. Okay. One of them goes, the one who told them to be quiet says, I'm going to go to bed. Favreau, if you wish to make mistakes, that is your own doing. And they go and lay down. You know, like letting somebody else direct your movies. Anyway, so he stays up with you. He'll start naming them in Elven. What are you trying to get out of this with this person?
I'm trying to keep him distracted, and as he's naming things, pushing him to give me more information. Because he's high as fuck.
Give me another charisma roll. You'll get advantage again. I have good charisma, but I'm just gonna keep failing. Ooh, that was a good roll, even with disadvantage.
So I'm going to apologize first and foremost.
The first roll was a natural 20. The second roll, a natural 20. A natural 40.
This is a really important question. Do you want the other two people in your party to know about this?
Yes.
Well, I'm going to bring everybody on then so they can see the faces of everybody when this information is shared.
Oh boy.
So, as they're talking that evening, Favreau says, and he's naming everything. And the first thing he says is, the Queen says that the caretaker has the ability to navigate the walls through these, I guess, how did she explain it? Like carvings in the ground that you stand on them, and the caretaker blesses you, and you travel to numerous places in the wall. It is also said that the caretaker can make a magical duplicate of you. I don't know how it works. I don't know if it's a golem. I don't know how it functions, but these are magics that are even lost to the elves of ourselves. The only magic we've lost during our travels is the ability to heal others, but we have the ability to magically travel great distances if we've been there. We know how to set up runes to allow us to transport ourselves. But the Queen explained it, and this was something that was overheard when we were bringing her back. She was not quite lucid, but she talked about how the caretaker entered her and took her somewhere else. Like a warm prickling of her skin, like a feeling like warm needles on you. And then she appeared in a totally different part of the wall. I think she goes there to travel and do things in the wall.
When she returned from her most recent trip, was there, other than the injuries and the lupiness, did her personality change?
Oh,
She seemed different.
only more like she wants to she believes that the walls hold knowledge that can make our kingdom greater. And don't get me wrong, breachers do the same thing. They go in and bring back relics and artifacts and magical belongings from inside the wall, even industrious technologies. But she believes there's something more. She treats the caretaker like a goddess.
One last question, and preferably.
And in
one
Elven, he
shared.
names some more stars.
I'm gonna scoot closer to him. One final question, and maybe this should be a whisper to those of us that see the cosmos.
No, of course. Yes, yeah, I mean, no, wish upon a star, right? That's what the astrolaners say.
Something I learned was it's always good to look towards your parental figures, your sovereign, your leaders. But you should always ask, would it be better if they were gone?
And I'll turn my head to him.
Wait, gone like gone? Gone,
However
like
you wish to interpret.
boy,
Do
I
you
don't
think your city would be better off without the king and queen, or maybe with just one and not the other?
Can I get
Ooh, something
another
happened.
charisma check from you? I'm taking away his disadvantage on this because this is a very sobering moment for this individual. But if you would like, I can give you a advantage through a card.
Yes.
Let's go with... We'll use a carousing card. That seems suiting. So you get advantage. I do not. I'm just a regular roll.
Ooh, the first roll was a 7. The second roll, a 19, which makes it a 21.
You beat me by 1. I have a +4. I had a 15. You beat me by 2. You beat me by 2. I'm sorry, 2. They go, I mean, we have lost so many knights. They say that the things that get out of the wall are her fault.
You believe that?
I mean, she left the gate open the last time she left, and one of those eye-filled construct things killed over 80 of our people. The queen is kind of to blame for that. I can't believe she didn't shut the gate, though. We just assumed it was the gate guards that left it open or something, but they left both of the doors open. The protective lock between the two gates was wide.
Did somebody see her leave it open, or is it just assumed?
One of the guards that went with her said that they should leave the gates open because they were going to try to bring her back, and hours passed, and then we lost a bunch of people.
You know that guard's name?
No, not offhand. I don't think they're with us anymore. I believe the king put them in prison. They're probably in the dungeons.
Well, Fabro, it has been a pleasure.
Oh, yeah. This drink, keep yours. I just wanted you to have a piece of home. We brought it because we knew we'd be traveling with you, and we thought you'd enjoy having a little memory since you haven't been back to Astrolane in a long time. I'm going to put that he is now friendly towards you and questions the queen. And then I'm going to fast forward us back to the person coming back to Fallis, Redrick. And I would see, as the camera pans, Valraven, you're watching this. They go back, they speak to Favreau. They grab a water skin from Favreau. They have a little communication in Elven, unless you speak Elven. No. And Redrick walks back to Fallis. They grab one of the holes that are in their chest. There's like a piece of wood that kind of covers, like a wooden leaf, and they kind of peel it off. It looks like it's waxed to them, and they drain this green liquid out of their skin into a water skin and hand it to you. The smell on the blood from this royal guard is potent. Without much question, you know this would be a horrible thing for anyone to consume. There's a full water skin of it. They kind of like heat the piece over a torch, and they wax seal the hole back shut with the leaf over it. She says, if it is needed, that poison needs to be in all of the food that we serve to a upcoming group of savages.
What kind of savages are we going to be making food for?
I will wait till the sojourn camp is set up away from here. We still have another day or so of travel. When they start setting up the sojourn camp, myself and the queen will go with you, and we will discuss it on the last 2 days of our trek.
Okay, I will keep this safe then. Queen, I want me to hold on to it.
Please.
That is
Do
fine.
not let anyone else see it, and do not speak of where you got it.
My lips are completely sealed.
Excellent, thank you. And they did take note, Nick, to make sure it's just you and them. You can see it, but nobody else can watch them. And they walk back to the queen's carriage. Is there anything that the three of you would like to do tonight before we go into the last day of travel to set up the sojourn camp? Sojourn camp is going to be basically a forward. It's a place where breachers come to the wall. They know where the camps are on the trail, just like a way station, an outpost, a campground. That is kind of what these are like, but inside the walls. Is there anything you three want to talk about?
I just have a question. The
Sure.
caretaker is the knight?
No, the caretaker is somebody that the queen leaves the kingdom, comes into the wall, and goes to talk to.
Oh, in the wall.
In the wall. It's where you're on the way to right now. And if you remember, Nesbel said, you mean Vedantix, which is her goddess. Which is where you guys went and offered things up and were given things in return at that tree. That's like an altar to her. So they may be one and the same, or the caretaker may be a devoted follower of her. That has not been confirmed yet.
I would tell the group what I heard and what I learned.
Okay.
So that they know what I know.
That is definitely a piece of information. Is there anything you guys discussed during this little short rest in camp time? I'm going to mark off our days of travel again. We traveled another, let's see here. We traded with the kobolds. One kobold has come with you. Let me add the kobold scout to our group now. So you got one more mouth, well, small mouth to feed. And we traveled a total of 2 days. So one more water, one more food, one more light for basically the party. Is there anything that the group wants to discuss?
So, just a thought. And I make sure no one is around.
Are you going to walk away from where the group is currently camped?
Yes.
Okay. If you want to walk away from the currently camped, are you stealthy about it, or do you guys just walk away? I mean, you guys are welcome to distance yourself from it. It's not like there's anything that is wrong with it.
Yeah, I wouldn't stealth. I don't want to make a scene. I'll just walk as if we're just the three of us are just talking and catching up. So I would start with conversation of like, and the queen is enjoying your
The dinner was
wine.
absolutely magnificent. Please.
And
Was
then
it though? Can I have a roll?
Sorry.
How good my dinner was. It was heated up stew from a couple days ago. And some other namis.
We haven't rolled breacher points yet.
Yes. Would you like to roll breacher points?
Yes, please.
Roll it up. I'm assuming that was a really bad
That was
roll.
really good.
That was the worst roll you could possibly get.
What did you get?
A1.
Would you? Oh boy.
You said we have every roll, right? Oh, we only have one.
No, you only have one in the bank. I will tell you what'll happen. You're going to lose 2 days of food and you're going to have to recook. Something was wrong. You cook something. You can blame it on the food. You can lie your way around it, but you will lose 2 days of food for the entire group.
That is fine. I tried to. I will say, yeah, okay, that is fine.
Spoiled rations? Is that what are you going to go with?
I will say some of the rations. It looked like maybe a creature, not a kobold, got into it, and some stuff did get spoiled.
Yeah, it wouldn't be us. We don't even eat your food.
Something did. Something had to. A mouse, perhaps, a very large mouse.
Oh, there are rock snakes here. They eat everything.
It could have been one of those, but yes, we lost some of it. It's definitely bits taken out of it.
Spoiled food, 2 days of rations. Okay, give me your new roll. See what you get.
Better, 17.
Well, would you like a +1 from Nessie?
Yes, to make it an 18.
Smarter it is. You get an 18. All right, so you cook food. It takes an extra amount of time for you to cook it. You all would wander off after that and then have your conversation. So wandering away, talking comfortably. What is it you guys want to talk about?
So, with the information that we have gathered from you, Raven, that was excellent work, by the way. I think that maybe this caretaker is Verdantix, and perhaps she is using all these eyes on every single creature to watch everyone, since she can't get out of the wall. It's just my thought.
Is it perhaps the queen provides other information that she cannot see?
I believe so. Maybe she made a promise to this Verdantix and is keeping this king alive by making him look like that. I mean, it's just another thought.
Well, Valraven saying that she is more of a pain in the ass. This is coming from the working person.
That's
And-
what.
And what is it that her sister wants to murder her?
Yes.
Well, and this is what I would tell the part about the poison. Well, speaking of murder, poison.
Oh,
But good or not, the queen is going with me though, and so is Roderick and in myself cooking for these said savages.
and the poison came from Von Rhetoric?
Well, one of the other guys, like they did this thing. Can you do this? It was like woods. I opened it and green poisony things came out of their
I do
chest.
not have poison in my blood.
I was just saying because it looked like it was wood.
No, I don't have poison. I have sap.
That makes
oh,
sense.
yeah, okay.
That's why you're
Oh.
because you talk with a sweet voice, not the poison in your tongue. Okay. That
Yeah,
makes
yeah,
sense.
that's got to be it.
Hmm.
What are, you've traveled with von Frederick. Do you think they like the queen, or they're just serving due to tradition?
It's hard to tell. I mean, Vonner did say that the poison is to protect the queen, that it would be useful on the savages. But
But
their true
maybe,
intentions, I do not.
maybe they're not telling the truth. Maybe it's towards the queen.
I mean, look at who they are talking to. You really think that they have 100% trust in these three of us?
No.
I mean, trust is earned, and you guys have done a decent amount to make it semi-earned.
But still.
Yeah. So, I mean, they don't hate you.
We,
No.
but clearly they know our capabilities.
Yeah.
Have
But
you decided what? I hear the knights complaining about their job to save the queen when she travels, but also, if you had the power and ability to leave and learn new things, would you not do the same?
I didn't hear that. Sorry. If you had the power to what?
If you
Leave
had
and
the
learn
ability
things.
to leave
Huh?
and learn things, would you not do the same?
To learn things?
To leave your city and to know that people
Oh.
will come save you if you require it.
I mean, yes.
it is a place of privilege.
I haven't learned enough from the knights to see if who we should support with that task we were given previously. What are your thoughts on it?
I mean, that is still a one that I still think about every day, trying to figure out which person we want to.
Yes.
Oh no,
Ooh.
but frog in his throat. I'm sorry,
I say we wait still. We need to gather more information.
but I mean, this could be a good opportunity. I mean, figure out who the savages are. If it is a sovereign nation, we do not know. See what how she treats all of that, and once we get closer to the caretaker, maybe perhaps we will get more answers.
Yes.
Maybe. Is that the plan?
Yes.
So.
Yes.
What is the group's passive perception? I don't think we've even had to use this in the group yet.
What is the perception based off of? What?
Intelligence.
It'd be intelligence for viewing. No, wisdom.
So all of us.
Oh yeah.
It would be 10 plus your wisdom bonus, and if you have anything that gives you any bonuses to seeing things, which I don't think any of you do.
I mean, I
Do not.
have my watcher background.
I don't
If
really.
that works. No?
I don't really think that would do much for this, to be honest with you.
Okay.
I have a rope maker background. So that's yep. Nothing? Okay.
Yeah,
No,
no.
I have a passive of 11. I am always focused on food.
Me too. Passive. I have 11.
I have no
Focused,
passive.
she is focused
I am
on my food.
And flat 0 bonus.
We're also wise.
We're great.
Cool. So no is what I'm hearing here.
No.
Yeah.
All right,
not
cool.
a
Just
passive
making- I'm just making sure that we are on the same page here. At the end of your conversation, I fucking failed to cut it away. You hear footsteps leaving from, I would say, close to you all, near from you guys, so 30 foot out. But you don't see the person, but you do catch a little bit of audio, like a cue of footsteps in the rock and the dirt, making their way away from you.
Oh, shit.
So somebody heard it. Who knows who it was?
Okay.
Anything you all want to do before you head back to the group?
follow the footprints. Can we see footprints?
No, there's no footprints. It's rock. Whoever, it's just noise. You don't see any prints left behind. If you want to try to track it, you can. You do have light. Whatever this person was hiding at least, and did not carry light with him. You can try to track it. It would be a roll for tracking. If any of you are trained trackers or have a background that has to do with tracking, but I don't believe any of you do.
No, none of us do.
I have rope making.
No. So you would be rolling right now. It would be at a regular roll versus the difficulty that I made.
And what's the roll? Sorry.
Intelligence is tracking, I believe. Wisdom or intelligence? Wisdom is tracking. Holy shit! Not intelligence.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
right.
I thought it was
13.
Okay.
5.
Those are numbers. And we do have a re-roll if it's needed.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
I'll use a breacher die.
Okay, so you can add a d6 to it.
Oh, I don't.
I can't remember.
16.
Okay, that's a number.
No.
No, I'm not good enough.
What did you get? Not good enough? You lose it when you get back to like where the camp is. There's too many footprints, too much around to be able to find whatever direction this person or thing went. Back at camp, people are eating. Everything is good. I'm assuming with a watchful eye, you make sure no one gets poisoned and you get blamed. Everything seems fine. Everything seems fine. You rest for the evening. That morning, everyone packs up. The scouts go out earlier than everybody else and come back. Valraven, you probably go with him and come back. They're just basically making sure that the route coming up is clear, and the group is heading out. So Valraven and the scouts will lead along with the kobold, and he will go with you. Riz is the name of the kobold. R-I-Z-Z, Riz.
While we're traveling and scouting, I'm going to pull 2 of the spiked feathers that I have and give one to Favreau and one to Sedona.
And what do those do?
They're just the spikes that I carry.
Oh, okay.
I just pluck them out of my head and give them.
Gotcha.
As a remembrance of
yeah. Oh,
good
thank
times.
you. That's wonderful. As you make your way through the area, Riz puts his hand up and stops, his little clawed hand. Turns back and says, "This area usually is safe, but it smells of meat, of like unclean humans." I think we should stop here and bring the whole party. I don't think that it would be a very smart idea for us to travel, just the 4 of us up there, and possibly get ambushed. I don't see where the ambush is, but if I can smell it, there's people there, ambush or not. And this is probably about 2 days into the journey of this 2.5. You probably got about half a day left to get to where you're setting up this soldier in camp. Riz doesn't get to make decisions. The 2 elves look to you and go, "I mean, I'm not worried. Should we scout ahead and see? We can just leave the little guy back here."
Is there anything high that we can climb up
In this
to get a
section,
better lay of the land?
this section is pretty vertical, or not vertical, pretty horizontal. Primarily an old tunnel. There are struts and support beams through here. You're not quite sure what the make is, like ancestry or race-wise. But there's not a lot of high ground. Now, you could climb on the ceiling. There are points that are very high through here, like 15 to 20 feet. But there's no, like, alcoves or anything along this. This is a carved pathway.
Do you guys have anything on you that is a different color than the ground that we could grind up?
No. I mean, our cloaks allowed us, if we stand still, to blend into the environment pretty well. Should maybe we just go ahead and scout and then come back? Technically, if you move forward and stand still, no one fucking sees you. Mm-hmm. We're not worried. If we stand still, we'll blend pretty well.
Let's scout ahead a little bit.
Riz goes, "Well, I'll stay right here. Or do you want me to go report back that there may be danger?" I'll just report back. And he starts backing away and heading back towards the caravan. So he's going to stealth away. He walks off into the darkness because he's a monster. He can see in the dark, no light. He starts making his way back. If you and the scouts are going to go ahead, I will say that they will aid you. This will be a dexterity roll for stealth to get up to wherever these creatures are.
Okay.
Let's see how this goes.
I am going to. Do we have a reroll?
We only have one advantage card. We do not have anything other than that. We do have some dexterity bonuses for +1.
I'll take a +1 for the dexterity bonus. I'm going to take a breacher die as well.
So we'll do a faster from serving hands and you're using a breacher die. All right, let's go.
Yes.
What you got?
6 on the die.
You got advantage
5
for
on
them,
the
don't
breacher.
forget.
For the
two elves with you have advantage.
Oh shit! Okay,
Because they're
great.
spotting
Okay.
and walking and going through.
That's way better. Okay, so 13 on the die.
Okay.
Breacher die makes it an 18. +1 of the dex makes it a 19.
Okay.
Or no, sorry, makes it 20. Because I've got dex
20. So I'm going to put it into our journal so you can see it. They don't notice you right away. Up ahead, there are these... The best way to explain it would be boar-like creatures. They are not like the hag's boar that were like walking on all fours. They stand upright. I sent it to the journal so you can see it.
I love it. Next character.
They are currently gathering dead fungal knots with blue dots on them. And then they've also killed what looks like maybe like some form of a four-legged animal. And they are skinning it right now. There are 3 of these creatures. They are about 7 foot tall. They're not large creatures, but they are big. They're bulky, and they're kind of rooting through it. Their faces are covered in blood and in like the fins of the mushroom knots all over all over their faces. They are carrying spears, and one of them has a battle axe. They are grunting and rooting, and they knock like tusks together and stuff, but they don't see you 3.
I'm going to lean over to the elf next to me.
Yeah.
I think there might be more. I can wait up here invisible if you want to bring the rest of the group up and see if anything changes.
Do you want me to get all of the knights, or do you want me just to get your companions?
Bring our companions, but move the group up close.
I don't think the whole caravan should come up here.
Then just bring our companions and one of you.
All right, I'll be right back. And they will disappear. You guys are probably a good 20 minutes ahead of the group, so it's going to take 40. You stand there and watch they root. Sure enough, you are right standing there. 4 more show up. They grab the stuff that they've been carving, put it on. It looks kind of like a handmade stretcher almost. And 2 of them walk away, leaving 1 more behind. So now there's 4 guys there. Sorry, 5. 5 guys there. All with spears, 1 with a battle axe.
I'm going to climb up the wall, some up on the ceiling, and just wait there.
If you're going to move from your position, I need a stealth check.
Better idea. I am going to cast the Shadow Spirit.
I am going. Is it verbal
Oh my
and
God.
somatic?
I'm going to find out right now.
Because if that bitch is verbal,
One
I'm making
second.
another roll.
Let me pull it real quick. Give me a second. 3
Yeah.
rounds. Tier 1, duration 3 rounds. You spin shadow stuff into a convincing, visible, and audible illusion. Point within
Visible
near. The
and
illusion can be
audible.
used as big. Is it visible and audible?
I said visible and audible illusion. That's what you just said. So it's visible and audible.
Oh. Okay.
So, I mean, it won't really hide you. You could put a duplicate of you ahead somewhere and see how they
Oh,
react.
I was going to
but-
make a little fungal knot that looks like it's running away from me. Like running away from where
Well, they
they're
haven't
at
seen
down
you
the
if you
hall.
stand still. That's up to you if you want to engage with
And
them.
I'll just wait.
You have
I'll
about
wait.
40 minutes until everybody shows up. Just going to wait?
I'm going to wait.
All right.
Be
Meanwhile,
invisible and wait.
as you're waiting, to the rest of the group, one of the Elven scouts come back. He would approach probably Millicent and say, we scouted ahead. I have to go tell Redrick as well, but there are a group of boarmen up ahead that have killed some of the fungal knots and some other animal. We didn't get too close. Riz has not come back and told anyone yet. The elf beat him back. I was told to send you two ahead. I am going to wait about 15 minutes, and then I will tell Redrick. I think your companion Valraven wants you all to handle it and not put the queen in jeopardy.
Huh. All right. But you'll be there soon, yes?
I will give me about 10-15 minutes, and then I'll warn the knight, and I'll let him know as well. I just want to give some distance, because he'll come marching in, and he is not the most stealthful. Your friend is hiding along a beam. I have put a mark on the beam. You can see it coming towards it. It has a faint glow, but the creatures should not be able to see it unless they start wandering this way. And if that happens, we're kind of screwed anyway.
Okay. Well, thank you for the information. We shall go, yes?
Yes. As you leave, you get gather your stuff up, takes a couple minutes, get all your shit, as the caravan's still packing. About 5 minutes in, Riz is finally there, and he's like, your friends told me to tell you that there's a Tusky boar peach. Yeah, those.
Oh, thank you so much for this information. We shall see you soon.
The other elf was supposed to be here, but I think I beat him.
Good job. And she gives him a high five.
Yeah. Like high threes you. Wonderful. I'm going to go wait in the caravan so I don't die.
No. Okay.
I wish you the best. Don't bleed on anyone.
Thank you.
I say that because the boars can track it as he slides back behind one of the carts.
Good to know.
Boars can track blood. All right.
So as you wander your way through, when you can see that glow at a distance, I'm assuming the two of you would stealth as well.
Sure.
Yes.
As we are walking, so to be maybe a little snack. I candied a little bit of our breakfast, so give you some candied food, one breacher token.
Oh, an extra breacher token.
Can I stack on top of a 4?
Nope, you'll just have to eat it later, and you'll get it. So if you use a breacher token, you can eat it and get one later.
Okay, thank you.
Well, I'm going to eat mine to give myself 3.
So,
look, I have an extra one when we see Valraven if he wants any candied food.
Would you both like to use quicker to get there faster? Because you can up your speed. We have tons of them.
Yeah, let's do that. Because,
so if we use 2 each,
up, we'll
I'll cut your time in half. Because it basically gives you an extra 10 foot of movement. I'll cut it down. So Stardrew, Nessie, Serving Hands, and Stardrew. As you guys sprint your way there, I would like your stealth checks to see if I hear or smell you.
Oh shit, that is Dex based.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm gonna use
I'm gonna use a breacher token too.
All right. Is you're snacking on your candy?
Yeah. It's a 16 for me.
Okay.
15, 16, 17 for me.
Okay. Would you guys like faster cards to help you out? You get +1 each.
Sure. Okay. So 18.
So let's take a faster. Faster cards will be... Who do we have here? Allie paying it forward, and a Kyle.
Thanks, Allie.
Excellent.
Thanks, Kyle.
So I'm going to open my beer since I rolled a natural 20.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Spend it.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah.
I did not use the because I'm like I don't think it's.
That's some bullshit. So
no, because I have a -1 to my dex, and I rolled a 1 for my breacher token.
Oh, okay. So you don't use one. All right. So I will take Allie's back.
One.
All right.
Mine was going to be shit anyway.
So technically you're supposed to spend them, but yeah, it's all right. It's fine. I just want to point out the name of this lovely beer is called Pizza Toots. Yep, Pizza Toots. Yeah, right, yeah.
Does it taste like pizza?
No, it's just a hazy IPA. They just decided to call it Pizza Toots. So, as you wander up, Valraven, you see one of the boar's heads lift, and it squints its eyes and look towards you, but not at you. In the distance, you see torchlight because we're traveling in the dark and you have to have a torch. Which one of you is lighting your torch? Can't travel in the dark.
Yep. I'll say it is mine.
All right. I will start our timer for that torch you guys travel. As you wander up, they see the light. And the group of them kind of cling to the walls. And one of them walks up. They are probably always following within near, which is like 30 foot. Now, with that said, I rolled that I recognized the encounter distance from them, and I rolled that they are near. Would you like to use a card to make me re-roll so I recognize how far, recognize they're coming at far, giving you more time to react?
Yeah,
Yes.
that'd be great. Yeah,
Well, it may not happen. Audience, can I get a D6 roll from the audience?
Audience, come on, great number.
Yeah, you want a 5 to a 6 for it to be far instead of it being at near, which is like I'm on top of them. I will. Is it the listen close one? Yeah. Reroll encounter distance from serving hands.
Oh gosh.
Let's see what we get. We need a 5 or a 6 from the audience. As they are moving forward, if we are at near, we will roll. Oh no. So we are going to be rolling initiative for the party.
Okay.
Because they are not talkers and in the slightest. Now, I'm not saying you can't try to talk to them, but I'm telling you they aren't starting that way.
Okay.
Can I get initiative for everybody? Valraven, you will have advantage because you are stealthed. I'll even give you a surprise round because they don't know you're there.
11.
Oh, that's wonderful.
I know. It's beautiful.
7.
Okay, 11, a 7.
Sorry,
Valraven?
Chef.
18.
So, the bad news is I have a natural 20 for my initiative.
Yay!
The good news is you have a round of surprise. So as they're passing by Valraven, you will still at least get one action before they get to do anything.
So, how many of them are moving past me?
You see one that moves by, like past you. The other ones are at a distance with their spears ready. The one with the battle axe is walking up. You said 11. 11 is what you got, Diana?
Yes.
And then a 7 for Flawless. All right. Okay. So you'll get one round, and then we'll go to the top of the initiative order.
So when the first one passes, I'm going to go ahead and cast that Shadow Spirit.
Okay. I'm
And
gonna
this
things
deep,
in.
like, rumbly tone. And as, like, that noise is echoing through the cave,
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and create the biggest fucking cave spider in the world
A cave
on the
spider.
ceiling. Massive.
Is there
gross?
Is there a size of the illusion that you
It
can
is
make?
the same size as me.
So
It's
that's a
fucking
large one.
large.
But did you make the roll to
find
cast?
it's not a high spell.
Well, what is it? Level 1?
It is. Can I use a breacher die?
Well, we do have spell dice. So would you like an advantage?
Fuck yes, I would.
You guys get, yeah, use those up. You and Diana get to use those things.
Thank
Yeah.
God. We met it. We met it with an 11.
Oh my.
Wow, that would have been so. We did
That's
advantage
not
on
good.
casting from Star Drew. It goes off. What do I get a roll? Do I have to roll anything when I interact?
It's
with
there. It exists. You have to actually like touch it to see that it's an illusion. So it's above them, like it's up like 20 feet
Yeah.
up on top of the cave, chittering and like skidding, and it turns like it's about to shoot a web at the one with the battle axe as it rears up its fucking legs and everything.
So I do notice the spider. I believe it's there, but I also notice you casting the spell. I don't.
Surprise round, right?
Yeah, that was your surprise. I noticed that you are there. I don't know that you casted the spell. I noticed that you were there. I am going to charge. I can't charge at the ceiling. I don't have range. In another language, it shouts and points up. What are the languages that this party has?
I speak it there.
Speak of duh. Common, Waller, Elvish, and Diabolic.
I have Dwarvish, Elvish, Primordial, Gremlin, and Wallish.
Nope.
Common and demonic.
Nope. It points up. You see 3 spears fly into the air, but you casted that spell. I'm going to see if any of them hit it. If none of them hit it, this is going to really fucking delay these guys. Those two are they're apparently not throwers. Fuck. 3 spears go and they don't reach the ceiling, and they fall and hit the ground around.
I'm the battle axe guy.
No.
Do I have a movement?
You can have a move, yeah. I'm fine with that.
Okay. I don't move. So I go
Stand-
invisible.
Okay, so you stand still. You can't remember it's a full round action. You just cast
a full
the
round
spell.
action.
Yes.
Okay.
You have to stand still for an entire round. So like if you do your move in your next round, you could do it, but right now you're visible. Okay.
Fuck it, I'll climb.
So you're
I'll
gonna climb
up
up
to the fucking ceiling.
So you climb up your distance. You climb up near. So you're at the top with the spider. That doesn't look weird. I am going to charge past the spider, running at whoever between Flawless and Millicent is in front.
I would be in front.
All right, I'm going to charge at you. When charging, I have advantage on my roll.
Great.
That is another natural 20. That's the 4th natural 20 tonight. I even switched dice. That's crit. He charges with the battle axe. Boom, takes his first swing at you.
A disadvantage thing. Don't we have one of those? Do
Well,
we have a card?
you
Or that was
can.
too late, never mind.
Yeah, it's too late.
Yeah.
I charge, but I have another attack. We can do it on the next attack. So
Okay.
I'm hitting with a battle axe. This does pretty good damage. So I'd be doing 2d10 plus 4.
Oh, no.
Yes. Oh, that's the wrong die.
Strongly will not take.
Yeah, you will take it. So here we go. It could have been worse. 9, so 14 points.
Okay.
I hit you. I get to roll again. Would you like disadvantage on this?
Yes, please.
Now this is very important.
Okay.
We're going to use Nessie's disadvantage.
Thank you, Ness.
If I hit you again, I hit you with my tusk because I've already made contact. I do an extra die of damage with
get
my
skewered.
gore.
Okay.
Yes, because you're in place and he pulls you in and gores you with his head. So, rolling disadvantage, I take the lower of the 2. That is, I'm not even fucking around, another natural 20, which is washed out. And the second roll, unfortunately, is a 14 in total. Does that hit you?
That's my AC is a 14.
We already used a blue die, so you can't use the blue card to raise your AC. Would you like to use a breacher point to reduce this damage?
Yes, please.
All right, so I'm doing 2d6 to you with my gore. 6. 8 points of damage with the gore. You reduce it by a d6.
8 points, reduce it by d6.
Yep.
That's a 4 on the die, so 2 points.
I hit you, carve through you, pull you down, and gore you as you're falling down and lift you off the ground. A ton of damage. He roars. When he roars, you see all of his skin kind of ripple. His veins kind of bulge out as I am going to activate my rage
Okay.
and do an additional d4 damage as a reaction. Tossing you from me for 3 points of damage to the ground.
Okay. So,
Oh, good lord.
okay.
It's dangerous in the walls, guys.
Okay.
It's dangerous in the walls. With that said, it goes to Valraven. Valraven, you're on the ceiling with your spider. What would you like to do? Everything
this
is
is
within
a fucking
close
problem.
range right now, a sphere of kind of close range.
Ooh, so the big guy with the
He is also
axe is
within range. Yes.
Fucking great. First
So
thing
are
I'm
the
going to
other
do-
guys throwing spears.
That's fine. Fuck them. I'm going to activate the Blessing of Morgo to get an extra action.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm also going to activate Demonic Possession, which I can do 3 times a day. So
Oh,
I get
okay.
an extra bonus damage.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Extra damage to hit.
yeah.
I'm then going to just kind of swing forward, knees and legs locked into the stone, and bring that fucking sword.
And I am going to spend Allie's disadvantage roll on you. Because I get to
So
spend
first
one
one's-
card of combat. So you have disadvantage on this roll from the ceiling. It is on higher ground. You're jumping down. I don't know you're there. You have advantage, so it's a wash. It's just a regular roll.
Okay. So the first one is disadvantage, the first roll.
No, it's a wash, though. Because you have advantage from the
motherfucker.
sky, disadvantage from the card.
18
Come on.
the die.
That is
makes
way
it
over.
17.
Way over. Yeah, you definitely hit me. That's way
Okay, I'm
over
gonna
what I
roll.
needed.
I'm going to roll for the second hit, too, just so we can do it all at once.
Okay.
16 on the die.
That hits me. That hits me too. I have a very low AC.
All right. Let's pull
Lots
these
of hit
out.
points, very low AC.
All right, so demonic position, you get a +1 to your damage roll last 3 rounds, and I get an additional +1 due to talents.
Okay.
First D12,
Okay.
13 points of damage. Second D12,
13. That's a lot.
12 points of damage on the second D12.
Jesus Christ. I'm still up.
As
He
I
is
land on the
bleeding
ground,
profusely.
as I land on the ground behind him,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to go ahead and shift and move my body and bump myself in between myself and Millicent. So I'm between Millicent.
So you're going to
and
land
the boar.
between them and kind of be in a
I'm
guard?
going to use my movement to get between them, yeah.
Okay. All right. I see.
And then the spider is going to move around the wall.
Yep.
Going to continue to move, so it's almost behind those boars that we're throwing at it to keep them distracted.
To see
And
if
there's
they...
just this
'Cause I can't-
scream
'cause I can't hit
going
the
through the
fuck.
caves.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens here. That takes us to Millicent. Millicent, you are fucked up.
Yeah.
What would you like to do?
I'm going to, since he's standing in front of me, I'm going to take, I'm taller than him. I'm going to start dancing. I'm going to start trying to fascinate.
Okay. Fascinate the guy who's enraged.
Yeah, or anyone. It says up to, transfix all targets of level 4 or less within near. For
Within
1
near.
to
So they
4
are within
rounds.
near. And what's my roll? Oh, you got to roll to use it, don't you?
I think it's so mine is a DC 15. That means
So
I have to roll.
You got to
15
get your
or
DC
higher.
15 first.
That's an 8. Nope.
What's your total?
8 plus fascinate. What do I use for that? Charisma?
That's your
8,
charisma.
It's your
9,
charisma.
11.
Well, we do have one advantage roll left if you would like it.
Sure. Let's try.
All right, we're going to use Starger's advantage. Let's see what you get here.
It went from 11 to a 1. I have a 1.
You can use your breacher.
No, that's not going to do anything.
You can add a breacher to it. You can add a breacher die to
11
any
unless you
D20
put up-
roll.
This was 16.
That's a 1 though.
No, you keep the other one. It's just advantage. You keep the higher of the
yeah.
two.
So what did I say I had?
It's a D6 always to any D20 roll. It's a
It's
D6
a
D20,
11.
D6 of damage,
11.
or
Okay.
yeah, you had 11.
So use a breacher point. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It's exactly 15.
Okay.
So do I get it or no?
Well, so 15, and there's no save for me, correct? It's just level based, right?
yeah.
What's the level?
It's level 4 or less.
So,
Aww.
as you do this, the 3 in the back throwing the spears look at the spider, look at you, and they start talking to each other in this like guttural language. But the one in front of you raises his axe back to chop the guy who's in front. You've definitely stopped the other 3, but not the enraged guy who's immune to any form of enchantment, charm, or mind affecting.
Nice.
With that-
let me roll how many rounds you guys are
Yeah,
doing.
I was gonna say, how many rounds is this? I can put a tally.
4.
Fuck.
Hey, that's good, right?
Yeah, basically, until you interact with them or do something, they are enchanted. What does that do to me exactly? Because it's not sleep. So how much am I affected by this bullshit spell?
It just says you transfix all targets of level 4 or less within near for 1d4 rounds.
Okay, so I'm just staring at you
Yeah, you're
until
staring at
someone
me. I'm amazing.
comes to attack or do something. Yeah. Are you singing? Are you playing an instrument? What are you doing?
I would be playing my harp and then making like a melodic dance while I'm.
Is it the
bleeding
harp
out.
in your arm or something?
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. Remind me to cut that off.
It's not like I'm playing it for real.
Flawless.
I'm gonna buy a real harp and
Oh
piss
my
him
goodness, it is time for us to cook. Oh my goodness. So essentially,
So it's you two, Valraven in between, the boar man in front, and reconnected successful. All right,
right.
continue.
Oh my goodness. I was there distracted. Big guy in the front. If I see him raise that thing, I'm going to peek around, pull out the crossbow because I've done so good with it, and I'm going to aim and shoot him in the eyeball. At least shoot him. I
Cool.
know
You're
how
shooting
much
through your
Frankhouse-
friend. That is a disadvantage.
Oh, right, because he
is in the way.
Didn't he? He is in the way. I can barely see. Okay, change of slot thing. He is in the way. I'm going to look down. I'm going to reach in. I'm going to grab some rope. And then I have part of our stuff that we got in the beginning were, I think they were steel spikes that came with the backpack.
Okay.
I want to try to incorporate and squeeze these steel spikes every like 6 inches inside the rope, and I want to make a lasso.
So you're working on making a spiked lasso?
Choke collar. Hui.
Choke collar.
I will say, because this is under duress, you would normally be at a disadvantage, but because you're a rope maker, it'll be a wash.
Okay.
As you're doing this in combat, you're like, I'm going to make a spike collar for Pigman. Let's go, Bebop.
All right, here we go. Ah, shit.
Oh, no.
We used the advantage, didn't we?
Yes, we did. It is intelligence to make it.
No.
We have smarter card if you'd like a +1, and you could always use a breacher token.
No, it's not going to.
I didn't tell you what DC was.
No, I know. That's the
DC's for
problem.
reminder, easy is 9, normal is 12, hard is 15, extreme is 18. They can fall in between those, but that's the general bracket, so you can make a educated decision.
I'd have to be pushing it. Oh, that I only got a 2.
So you
I'd
start
have to
pulling
roll.
everything out.
Yeah,
You pull
I'd
the
have
rope
to roll
out, your
6.
rope is knotted.
Oh, shit. Merde.
So you try it again next round if you want. It takes us to the top.
I'll spend this action then trying to unknot the rope.
So you just start fucking with it. You basically unknot it this round with that problem. And it goes to me at the top. With my rage up, he yells again for his companions. I'm going to give them a roll to listen to the command at disadvantage. A 20 and a 1. I'm not fucking around. I've rolled a 20 almost, and a 1 though at disadvantage, so it doesn't happen. I'm on fire tonight. This guys, I know I said that this is going to be a 13 episode season.
Could be it.
But if I keep rolling this way, there's no way that fucking happens.
I'm in trouble.
Yeah. All right. I am rolling against you. I do not get advantage this time. I just get a regular roll. Let's bring it out and roll. That is a 10 on the die. That is a 14 to hit you, Valraven.
With a hit.
Yep, that's a hit. Okay, so I hit with a great axe. D10 plus 2, max damage of 12. Because I hit you, I now automatically get to roll with my tusks. Or not automatically. I get to roll with my tusk. If I am successful, it does an extra die damage. I'm over my last amount, so I hit you with my tusk, doing 2d6 instead of 1. That's a 1. But that's a 5. That's 6 more points of damage, and because of my rage, a d4. For 4 points of damage. So another 9 between the tusk and the rage. He yells for his companions. They're too busy staring at the gigantic spider, the dance fucking show and harp going on. They are transfixed. They move forward this round, but around the spider out of fear. They kind of hug the walls. They do nothing else. That takes us to Valraven.
All right, so as I'm pierced by those tusks, I'm down.
You're down?
Those 21 points of damage right on the die that he hit me with.
Oh, I thought you had.
Okay, you know the rule. You get a D4 rounds plus your Constitution modifier to stay down. Do not tell the party what you get. You can just message it to me. As he drops, the camera looks from the back of the boar man as he hits him, knocks him to the ground, and in between, staring right at the person transfixing his group, behind her just by a little bit, unknotting rope, looking up as Valraven hits the ground. With that, it goes to Millicent. Millicent, what would you like to do? Okay, good to know. Remember, you get death saves every round. It's a 10. I'd say just roll them all now because we know then what round things go south. You can just put them all in there in order. You do get your Constitution. Oh, no, wait, do you? I don't think you do, actually. I think you just get it to the rounds. D4 plus Conn, stabilizing. That's a 15. Oh, you have to roll. Sorry, I lied. You have to roll a natural 20 to stabilize in Shadowdark. Because you get 1 hit point at a natural 20. Otherwise, somebody can stabilize you with an intelligence roll of 15. Millicent, what would you like to do?
The board's right up in front of us, right? They're like right next to us.
Like within close, 5 foot.
Okay, then I'm not doing that. I'm just gonna try this. I'm gonna cast the scroll telekinesis.
You're pulling a scroll out. Would you like, since this is a scroll, would you like a casting so you can get an advantage on it?
Yeah.
All right. So let's get you an advantage on casting. We're going to use Kyle's. You get an extra D20. Let's see if you can pull your way through this.
Okay. So
no pressure, Diana. No pressure at all. Like you should be fine, right?
I'm gonna try.
We don't know the full thing of it, do we?
Okay, so
What did I do?
telekinesis.
Oh, boy.
What do I have? I add a.
The level of the spell.
Intelligence, right?
So it's 10 plus the level of the spell.
Okay, so that is a level 4.
And then you use charisma anytime you're doing casting powers, abilities, because you're a bard.
So 10.
So you get a D20 plus your charisma, and then if you have any bonuses to casting scrolls, which I don't think you do. I think you just get your charisma bonus.
Sorry.
It's a 14.
So it's 14 plus the 3?
No, that you use your 3.
Yeah, you get a +3 to the die to your D20 roll, and you need a 14. You have advantage though.
Got it.
So roll 2.
Okay.
DC is always 10 plus the level.
So
always.
I rolled a 13 plus my 3, 16.
Okay, it goes off. How does this spell work?
I don't know. Remember, because they're random rolls.
Oh, you never looked it up in the book that you guys have?
No, because I don't want to cheat.
Oh, you don't want to cheat? Oh, okay. That's right. You've never used this.
The character doesn't know.
So which spell did you cast it? I will look it up for you, Diane.
Telekinesis.
Fuck. This is going to be wonderful. Teleca-fuckingness.
Well, I was going to do the hamster, but he's right next to us.
Hamster
Put all of us
ball.
in the hamster ball.
Diana's, I'll get it to work. It'll be a saving grace one day.
I don't.
I promise. All right, so let's get you telekinesis. T. 4th level wizard spell. It is a focus duration. The range is far, which that's huge. You lift a creature or an object with your mind. Choose a target that weighs less than 1,000 pounds. You can move it a near distance in any direction and hold it in place. I don't get a save.
Does he weigh less than 1,000 pounds?
It weighs like 400.
Great. I'm going to look at the board in front of us, and I'm going to lift it all
going
the
up?
way. I'm going up towards the spider.
So you can go 30 foot up. If he falls, like if you were to let go, he'd take 3d6.
Absolutely.
So you lift him and let it just and then cancel the spell?
No, I'm just going to lift him up and
Just
leave
hold
him
him.
up
So
there. 'Cause
focus.
The other ones are transfixed so far.
So focus means you're holding him there. You still have a move. When we go to next round, that means that you can still shoot and do shit, and you have to roll to maintain that spell.
Okay.
If you fail it, he just falls.
Okay.
Fucking sucks.
I lift him up.
Fallis, the view in front of you is the guy lifting into the air, flailing as he's going towards the spider. Now he's panicking. And Valraven is on the ground. The other group of 3 have moved up, but they are still transfixed. But here's the question, Diana.
Yeah.
Pretty sure your
I'm not-
bardic ability, you have to focus to keep it going.
I don't know.
Well, I
I'm gonna
am
have to look.
pretty fucking sure.
Okay, that's fine. Then I'll keep it going.
No, you can't. You can only have one focus at a time, my friend.
Wait, what do you mean? I'm focusing on him.
But how are you going to continue playing?
Fascinating them.
Fine, that's fine. I'll focus on him.
Okay, so they
Totally fine
shake
with
out
that.
of it. They all
Totally fine
look.
with that.
They all look, and they look at their spears that are on the
Big
ground,
distraction.
and they're like scattered all over. And they look at the man making rope, and the woman who's holding the person aloft, and the body on the ground. Fallis, what do you want to do? There's 3 of them.
How do I follow this? Oh my god.
I don't know. How do we ever follow?
Learn
each
to
other?
make spells and use scrolls? I don't know, man.
Oh my goodness gracious. Raven is down. How close is that group to us?
They moved in, so they're within 5 feet roughly of the group on the edges of the wall. So 5 to 10 foot.
But he's down.
He's
Yeah,
down.
he's down.
If you want to try to pick him up, and the spider disappears as well
Aw.
in shadow
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
because he's down.
Pick him up. I'm scrawny, sir.
Hey,
Probably weigh
hey,
about
Follis.
as much as his thigh.
Follis, we got a really important question.
I know.
You were playing with the rope. Is that correct, sir?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yup.
Cool. Where's your torch?
They lay next to me on the ground.
So it's on the ground? I need a D6 roll, audience. On a 1, it goes out. Anytime you set a torch down in this game, there's a chance the torches go out. Yeah, I don't feel bad. So give me that D6 roll. While that's going on, what would you like to do, buddy? You going to keep making rope spike
Well,
stuff?
shit. I see the 3 of them come. I want to see how this works out.
A 1! The torch goes out!
It doesn't fucking matter then.
Oh, torch off, baby. All lights go out. It's pitch black. You look down and you realize that you brush dirt on it while trying to untie the rope, and
Aw.
now you can't even see your friend in the darkness. Holy shit. There's not a 5. That is a 1-star, Drew.
Okay. Oh shit! I can't fucking see it.
You can't see shit. You gonna try to relight the torch that went out, which means there's a chance it doesn't, or do you pull a new torch? Do you have another torch?
I do have one more torch.
It is a intelligence check to try to light it in the dark.
Yes.
It's only a 10. Or sorry, 12. Is it 12? No, it's a 9. I apologize. It is a 9 at disadvantage in the dark.
Damn it. Yeah, we need fucking light. I'm gonna try to relight.
Okay, that torch lasted a whole 27 minutes before it went out.
16 on the die.
16. As the lights come back on, you see that one has charged at your companion and the other 2 have charged at you. As the light comes back on, there's 2 boars charging heads down, tusked and jagged pieces and spike like ring teeth off of them. I'm going to roll twice to try to hit you.
So glad we snuck away.
18 on both dice. So
I'm probably gonna.
these guys are weaker. With tusks, that is a 20.
Yep.
That hits, okay. They do a whole d6, 3 points, and 1 point. But I unfortunately get that second attack. The second one does not get its second gore off. I rolled 2 18s and 2 4s. So they gore you and you back up enough to where they just nick you both, but not enough. But that doesn't save your friend. Diana, you're pretty fucked up already, aren't you?
Yes.
One charges in to attack you. That is a 14.
That is my AC 14.
I gore you for 6 points of damage. Are you still standing?
Let me see. Sorry, hold on, math. Barely.
Okay. As the light goes back on, you see your friend on the ground, bleeding out as I gore you, trying to lift you up. Let's see if I snag it. An 11?
What's an 11? My
To hit you?
AC?
Yeah.
No.
I do not get you with the second attack. I only get you with the 1 gore, so I don't get a second gore. That is the end of my turn, which takes us to Valraven. I have his rolls, which takes us to Millicent. Millicent, what do you want to do?
You can see.
I'm dropping the guy on top of these boars that are.
If you want to try to move it above an aim and drop it on them, I will require a spell casting roll.
That's fine. I'll try.
So it is currently, you have to maintain the spell. Let's make that roll first. You need a 14 again, using your charisma bonus. I can give you a charisma bonus of +1 from the cards if you would like, or I can give you a caster advantage.
Give me a caster advantage.
All right, so
please.
roll another one.
No. Fuck. So that was 11 on die plus my 3.
So that's 14.
Oh, that is 14.
So you keep it up, and now if you want to drop it on them, I just need a caster level check. I will say, if you can give me their AC, I'll give you advantage because I don't know you're doing it. So give me 2d20. Use your charisma check again.
2d20?
2d20. I'm giving you advantage. And you get your charisma bonus. And you're looking to hit their AC by dropping it on them.
Okay, that's 17 plus my 3. So
That's
it's gonna be
way
20.
over. Diana, I need you to roll me 3d6 damage.
Okay.
I swear to God.
The 2 on me or the 1 on you?
No,
Yeah.
you on you or him? He's got 2 on him. You have 1 on you.
Let's do on him.
Okay.
They're so sweet.
3d6.
10, 11. 11.
All right. You drop the big guy. 11 points kills him because I took so many points before. As they fall on him, he gets impaled on one of the tusks, dragging the other guy to the ground. For how many points you say it was?
11.
They are both still standing but wounded. One kind of goes to the ground with his buddy impaled on him. With that, I need a morale check from the audience as their leader goes down. Audience, I need a d20 roll. This is a wisdom roll. They have a 1 to their wisdom roll. So you need a d20 plus 1. Look, Starjew's rolling for you. That's not how this works, Starjew. She was rolling.
That's all right.
16. They like grab their friend, they grab them, and they all run. So before I get to leave, Follis, you get to go. What would you like to do? You can see they're getting ready to turn tail. This is 2 rounds of your buddy being on the ground. Yeah, they're like grabbing their wounded warrior who's been paled on one of their tusks. They're picking him up and running away with him.
I will, because they're focused on him, I'm going to immediately run over to Valraven and see if I can figure out.
You're diving? It is an
Yeah.
intelligence check, my friend, to stabilize your friend. And I will tell you the number up front. It is a 15.
Okay.
Would you like a smarter card to give you a +1?
Yes, I will take that.
All right. So smarter, we will use a smarter from Serving Hands. You played one earlier.
Okay.
So your first round, you run over, dive, and attempt to bandage them. And I'm going to start with this. Keep that roll.
Also, okay.
Do you have bandages?
I didn't look.
Your
I do not have any bandages.
Disadvantage.
Could I do what I did with Millicent and give up a spell for one of my thingies?
What thingies?
One of my recipes. Use it to staunch a wound.
I'll tell you what. Would you like to give up a scroll?
Me?
No. Like, do you want to use a card and pull a random scroll and use it to bandage? Recipe scroll? No, I'm asking him.
Oh, sorry.
A card.
Recipe
Yeah, it's a spell recipe. Do you want to use one of the cards and say that's a bandage?
Yeah.
All right.
I'll do that.
We're down to only 2 of those left. So you pull one. I will take away that. What did you get on that roll?
Okay. So, nice. With the smarter as well too. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You stabilize him. He's not got. I don't believe you get any hit points back. I will double check it. Close range. You run in. A DC 15 int check. On success, target stops dying but is unconscious. They flee from you, taking us out of combat. The torch is burning as they flee down the hall. While he is down, it takes time to heal in this game. Actually takes rest or a potion or something along those lines. I don't know. Do any of you have any form of healing?
No.
I have not been able to make that kind of food yet.
All right.
But if there's more scrolls, I can see.
There are 3, because Serving Hands played another one. I mean, you could randomly roll through and
You
pull
never
cards.
What we do?
Yeah, let's
See what you
see.
get. You never
Oh
know.
my God. Is that what we're doing today?
This is fun, yeah.
This
always
is fun. I
You,
like it.
you never know. You never know.
All right. First, we got to do even or odd. So even is wizard, odd is cleric.
Remind me what die you roll.
It doesn't matter. Even or odd. Doesn't matter for this part.
Oh, me. I say to you, even.
Even. So it is cleric. So let me go to the cleric spell list. I swear to God, if this is how you save them by pulling random, we're going to use, this is going to be Kyle's. I hope you get one.
Was I supposed to roll for that?
Yeah, you're rolling for that. Yeah, you roll for the scrolls. You roll for the scroll. You did. He said even. So that is going to be under priest. Odd is wizard. Now I need a
Roll in the scrolls. Roll in the scrolls.
1, 2. I need a D4.
A D4.
See what level it is.
Audience, roll me a D6 while they're doing that.
That's a 1.
A 1. You have a chance to get cure. If the audience rolls a 1 right now, you get a cure spell. I swear to fucking God, audience.
Come
Need
on,
a
audience,
D6.
Cure.
Just
cure,
a
cure,
tiny
cure.
baby one, please.
Just a
Little
baby
swans,
ass. It's a
baby.
2.
You're
That's close.
terrible, and I
Pull
hate
it
all
out.
of you.
You pull it out, and it is a scroll of holy weapon.
You guys are dicks.
Ooh.
Disappointed.
Want to pull another one?
Yeah, let's do it.
Even or odd for you, please. Just roll any die. Even or odd. You want evens.
That
We're
is
gonna
2.
Okay, serving hands. I need a D4 from you. You're looking for a 1. I mean, there is possibility.
2.
A 2. Audience, I need a D6 from you again. Really nothing that's going to heal in here. We'll see, though. She rolled a 5 for the set. That's the second one's a 5 between Sarju and them. A 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have smite. You have a scroll of smite. Second level spell.
That's cool.
Can I get another D4 for the last spell recipe? That's from serving hands again.
That's it. Oh,
Is that a 1 or 2?
it was a 2.
So even. Okay. Now I need a D4 from you and another D6 from the audience.
That is a 2.
Okay, man, not really any healing in this again.
Sorry, I'm trying.
Hey, you tried. Just
Great
panic
spell,
panic polling. And we'll get a D6 for them. We'll see what it is. While that's happening, some time's going to pass before you can really bandage him up or do anything. A 6.
6.
Zone of Truth. That is the last fucking spell this party should ever have.
Yes!
That's the
amazing.
That is the last fucking spell this
I
party
mean,
should
I don't
have.
know what it is. I mean, this is.
The Zone of Truth is powerful.
There's so much good stuff we could do.
So
many
he waited
activities.
15 minutes. You guys are about 20 minutes in. So about 30 minutes later, they are running here with the caravan. The soldiers ahead, Redrick and 3 others, including the scouts, come running back. Riz right behind them like it was all his idea. And they run in here to everyone being injured. They ask what happened. Redrick runs ahead to where the combat happened. And he takes to 2 scouts and continues going. Leaves Riz and 1 knight with you. Knight is unknown, hasn't had a name yet. He says, the queen and the caravan is coming. We have medicines with us. We can try to treat it. The wounds, you've bandaged, it's staunched. And there's like torn pieces of paper from a recipe or a spell. Hey, can I get just a D6 roll from you, Adam, to see what spell it is you just wasted?
Oh.
Hope it's
play
cure.
that game.
I really hope it's cure.
5.
A 5, and can I get a D4 from you?
Oh, to see what? Yeah.
What type? What level?
Level 4.
Whoa.
Man.
Yeah, you know what's hilarious? Level 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the top of it, it says regenerate.
I'm done. I quit. Valraven's dead. I'm not wearing this fucking mask anymore.
Are you really dead?
No, he's stabilized. Holy shit!
I've been trying to kill him. He keeps getting in the way to
I
die.
rejuvenated you. I stabilized your
that
life.
is-
You are welcome.
That is fucking outstanding.
That is
you
perfect for us.
bandaged
That's
him
perfect for us.
with regenerate. You're like, let me just tear these strips of paper up.
Damn.
Welcome.
Well, he doesn't know how to read
This is
scrolls, so
fucking
it's
things I
perfect.
get.
It's perfect.
Thank
Since
God I
get
can't
for trying
read.
to save a friend.
Oh my god.
I did just say that.
After the another 10 minutes passes, the caravan shows up. They show up with the rest of them. Person does come out. They are going to do their best to heal you. Resting is the only way to truly heal well, but they can help you heal a little faster while you're resting. They immediately are like, we're camping here. We're not moving anymore. We're not going to put him on a wagon. We're not going to do this. And Redrick says, no, load him on the caravan. We are continuing moving. We can't waste a day. We've already lost food. As she side eyes Follis for fucking up food earlier that day.
I'm also really, really, really injured.
Well, we can bandage you, but
I'm standing up with a 2, just so you know.
So they can bandage somebody who's alive. They cannot.
Okay.
They cannot heal somebody who is wounded, like downed.
That's
They
fine.
get you 4 hit points back between poultices, things like that. It does take them 10 minutes as you're traveling in the back of one of the wagons with supplies.
Can I have a 10? Because I don't have much to begin with.
They give you 1 back.
Thank you. That is very kind of you. You took the splinter out of my finger. Thank you. It was very big. It was part of a tusk.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
I got a horse liver in my pinky.
I can't make this shit up, man. I can't do it. That's
But I look
the best.
badass. Thank you, sir.
So-
I look badass getting that taken out of my finger.
So, resting as you travel. Let me look up. I think it is con bonus per day, if I remember correctly. It's on page
That's cutie you are.
86. That regenerates Speldo.
That's so.
Damn. It's our
Resting.
luck.
Injured characters can rest
Best
to
thing I've
recover
done
their
all
wounds.
episode.
Yeah, right. That's the almost dying is the best thing all the time. Injured characters can rest to recover their wounds. To rest, a character must consume a ration, so they would feed him, make sure he's okay, raw meat. They must sleep for 8 hours, so a day of travel. Sleep can be broken up for light routines, unless you're obviously down. Each stressful interruption of rest, including, requires an affected character to make a DC 12 con. So you can break it up and make a con to continue your rest, but hopefully that doesn't happen. Audience, I am going to have a random encounter for you. I need a D6. On a 1, because this is a non-dangerous area, there is an encounter, so they could be in danger. Success. A character who successfully rests regains all lost hit points and recovers any stat damage if there are any. So, we are currently in a unsafe, but we are checking once a day at this point. It's a 2. So the next day, Valraven will be healed and okay. Valraven, you wake up. One of the scouts is sitting in the back with you, kind of tending to you, making sure you're good. They are drinking water. When you wake up, they would hand you some. And they say, I heard you fought the Beastmen on your own. What happened? Why did you... who fell you?
Long pig, big axe, tiny penis.
Why did you... Oh, because you were laying on the ground.
Yes, very small.
I see. Are you going to be okay?
Unfortunately, yes.
He's like, I'm so sick of this mask.
I am very tired and very hungry.
They hand you raw meat.
Yes,
Okay.
life is good.
So as they keep eating, and you travel for the next day, that will take us pretty far, and you would get to this large, open part of a cave. At the far end, there is a
All?
mechanism that looks like it lifts up into the wall. Riz goes, that lift, that will take us to the pit. That is where we need to go.
I'm sorry, a pit? What kind of pit? Like a fighting pit?
Oh, we've always
Or
called it the pit. It goes up 2 floors, you cross a little ways, and it drops into this huge gullet into the middle of the wall, or at least the section of the wall. Now, it is a hard climb, but the lift make it easy. They're like, all right, there's no tunnels out of here, Riz? He's like, nope, only way in is where we came from, dead end, and then the large hole that leads to the sky. He's like, well, then we're setting the soldier in camp up here. Knights, carpenters, start building. I want a gate at the tunnel entrance in the next 2 days. No one comes in. All right, sir, we'll get on it, and we are to disassemble everything but the Queen's carriage, correct? If you need the Queen's carriage for wood, use it. She can walk back if she wants to be here so damn bad. The rest of you, follow us. I need food for them while we're gone. We're going to camp here for a day. You're cooking all day. I need them to have enough food. We have about a 2.5 day trek through here. They need food for us to be gone for at least a week. Start cooking rations.
Okie dokie.
Riz, I help. I can help cook. I'm a good cook.
Did we find? Oh no, the boars got taken.
Yep, gone. Yep, and they ran down some other passages. There's a lot of pieces that branch off, but this is the direct way. Riz will help you cook. I'm a fantastic cook. I'm better cook than the cook within our family.
Well, Riz, down here, do you think that you could find any spices or anything to add to help us with the food?
I have spices.
What kind of spices do you have?
Oh, he comes out and he has like a small like clay jar. And he opens up. He's like, I have ground scale of newt.
How's it smell?
Umami?
I like it.
Very good. Good with mushroom? Yeah, very good with mushroom people. We eat a lot of mushroom people.
So you and the mushrooms, do the mushroom people try to eat you as well?
Yeah, they kill us and feed us to their dogs.
Those are dogs. Oh.
Yes, they have these weird stony-like creature dogs with multiple eyes.
So the dogs have multiple eyes too.
Very dangerous.
Do you have any creatures around? Other creatures around you with lots of eyes?
Do we use
more eyes than
we have lizards.
with
Crystal
multiple-
lizards, yes, they're very powerful. We use them as mounts, which means they're medium sized. They're pretty big. They're small.
Do they also have multiple eyes as well?
Oh no, nothing like that. They have scales that are very hard, like gem. Not gem, but strong like gem.
Interesting. All right, Riz, I would appreciate your help if you would like to help me.
I'd love to. I'd love to help you. So for the cooking, I'll give you 2 ways to do this. You can either give me 7 rolls at 12, or you can give me 3 at 15 with his assistance. Either way, you get assistance. What would you rather do? 7 at 12 or 3 at 15? And we have smart cards that you can use to give you a +1.
Okay. I will take his assistance.
Awesome. Your first roll's at a disadvantage. He's a horrible cook.
I figured. That's perfect.
Nessie's card is a +1.
Alrighty. Okay. Damn.
You 15.
No, first one's gonna be a fail.
You gonna put a breacher point into it?
It's not even gonna help.
All right.
Oh.
So you fail. So wasted ration.
This chef is not.
He goes, oh. He's like, that looks very edible, and he grabs it and starts eating this horrible food that you just made.
Second roll. Are you
gonna keep having him help you or no?
No more help from him.
But I'm a great cook.
You know what? You go ahead. Actually, I'm that for you. You have been working so hard. Why don't
the whole pot?
No. The gross stuff says Ahmed, you can have a little bit more, but why don't you watch and see how I do it, and then you can take the skills you have learned. So think of this as a teaching exercise.
I rolled a 1 and a 4. He learns nothing for the next one.
Perfect. Excellent. I'm not going to have his assistance. Okay. How many rolls do you need now?
Still 3 at 15, or you need 7 at 12. 7 at 12 is a lot more food that you're going to be using. 15 means you're like making healthy, really good food. You're cutting down rations used.
But he puts me at disadvantage.
Not if he's not helping you. You told him not to. Just do it by yourself.
Then, okay, I'll go 15 then. I'll try the other 2.
I'll give you another smarter card if you need it.
Smarter.
That's some Star Drew.
That is a 15.
Audience, can I get 2d20 rolls? He's trying to learn from this. We need to make a DC 15. We're at disadvantage. We are not good at it. And we're at a -1.
So he's like, okay, so one thing you always want to do whenever you're making something, you want to add your spices in at a time, okay?
Why?
So a little bit, and you want to try it as you go. Try it.
Why?
Well, because it is going to help with the taste.
Oh. 11. Don't make it. Okay.
Don't make it. All right, so remember that, all right?
So what did you get for your roll?
15
okay,
with
so
my stuff.
That's 1, okay, cool. And then the next one?
Third one at 15, I'll use another smarter card.
Okay.
if we do have that.
We do. We use from Nessie.
Love it, love it, love it. That is 18 on the die for a 22.
Okay, so you got 2 so far. Another 2d20 from the audience. See if he learns anything this time.
So well, remember what I said about doing that. Now you also want to make sure that
you want to lick the spice to taste it and then dump it in the food.
No. You could lick the spice to taste it, make sure it is the spice that you want. Then you mix it in the food, and then
you put your finger in the food and you taste the food.
It'd be better with a spoon, but if you don't have a spoon, then that
he just he goes to dunk his whole hand and is just swatting him away.
No, not the whole hand. You can use the pinky if you're going to do it.
He pulls up the
spoon.
Pinky with like the talon that's on it.
Ew.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, do that. Get a little talon for it, and then try it.
The soup spoon. What did you get on your roll for this one?
That was a 22.
Okay, so you get 3. Then you've done all 3, right?
Yeah. So the first one I failed with his help.
Okay, he doesn't learn anything on those. Give me another 2d20 from the audience. Let's see if he learns it. He's like, I still think you put your whole face in the soup that you're making. What do you make for the group? It will take some rations. You lost 1. It will take half the normal amount of rations. So 1, 2, 3, 4, we'll say. So we've done 14 of our 20 rations so far.
I'm
Just
going
to 7 and a 5. So we got 12 and a 9, and 7 and a 5. Just roll 2d20. Just do the 2d20 ver. Okay, I'll take these 2. The 7 doesn't count. He's like, right. So snout in, snort in.
Yes, that makes total sense for you. You will enjoy that. It will pass it to your brain and down to your stomach as well.
I love it. I think it's a great idea. As he is super calm and learning as best he can, not well. Did you use a smarter card on that third roll too?
Yes, it did.
Okay, so that was Nessie's. We're down to 1 smarter card.
Thank you, Nessie.
With that, you cook everything. That evening, the knight, the royal guard, Von Redrick, the queen, and then the 3 of you are pulled aside next to the lift with Riz. When Riz walks over, he's like, I don't need you here for this. She says, I don't need you here for this. We will tell you when we're ready to go. Right, but I'm training under your master chef.
No, Riz. I just because I am not cooking as of now. You do not have to follow me. It is only when I have the food in my possession and I'm putting it and cooking it together.
He could go.
But aren't
you?
Aren't you a cook all of the time?
I am a cook.
So I should be around you all of the time.
Except for this time. But here, actually, I have an idea. Is why don't remember what we talked about? I want you to go over. I want you to study and
stick my face in all the food we made and taste it to make sure it is not poison.
No. Only yours. I want you to take just a bowl of yours, and I want you to test that. All right.
I don't have a bowl. Redrick leans down and she goes, "Fucking scram." Okay. I'll go taste the food. And he wanders away. We need to get rid of that creature. We cannot have that thing following us around. After we get there, we're going to tell him to leave. We know our way back once we're there. I'm assuming between all of us, we can make our way back. The queen says, and I'll put the queen on screen because I don't think the audience has seen the queen yet. And her cute little pig, she's got the pig in her hand. She's petting it. She's like, I know how to get here from the lift. We don't really even need to take Riz with us if we would prefer just to travel as companions. It's not far. It's about 2.5 days from here. With the success of our scout, who thank you for bringing Valraven back. It would have been horrible to lose one of our breachers, especially a knighted one. It's not that far. We can just leave him behind.
I think that would be okay. I mean, he is tried to help, that is for sure. But I guess a bit more in the way.
What Von Redrick and I were here to speak to you about is we're going to be going into a space unseen by the breachers. I do have a key to access it. It is hidden. The only people who have been there so far are myself and my royal guard here. I will warn you, it is going to be slightly jarring. Unless you understand the magics of the wall, you may feel slightly lost upon entering. But don't worry, it fades quickly. And I'm only priming you so you understand what we're walking into. This area is a fairly close-guarded royal secret. My husband doesn't even know of where we're going. I've never brought him in fear that the area we're going could be damaging to his physicality.
Damaging to him.
That is correct.
How so? Because it's made out of wood?
Well, the spirits that live here are fairly hostile towards plant-like creatures that are not worshippers of their goddess or work with the caretaker. So we have to be careful walking in. My husband, with the magics that I learned there, I rejuvenated him back to the form you see him as today. He was once an elven king, but fell ill, and I sought medicines in the wall here to obviously save my husband. But this is a close-guarded secret, and as people who are knighted, I expect you to keep it amongst us and take it to the grave, so to say. Is that understood?
Would I be allowed to go in there? Technically, I've made a...
I'll be honest, we don't have any of your kind in Verdantia. There are no golems. You are a new in magic or industrial science that we don't understand. I'm assuming you were built by mages and the essence of magic itself is poured into you, or maybe a living tree is carved into a statue and brought back, but it's not magics that we use. Astrolaners have different blessings than we do. And she smirks in that, like, since you're not fucking Astrolaners, but that kind of smirk.
Mean girls.
You want to travel in Magic Bridge?
Magic Bridge? What? No.
Magic Bridge. Bridge. That's how we brought her back last time. We have fancy cauldron, put body inside.
No.
Outside time. We show up. No.
I think she should be fine. You will know within entering if the spirits will greet us upon entering, and they will bless us with light while we are there. If we are lucky, the entire forest inside may alight, making our journey much safer. These boar creatures, though, that you encountered, unfortunately, I told our people to rush because they are followers of the caretaker.
Oh.
The boars are followers.
That is correct. They're worshippers of the caretakers, and the fungal knots, or at least the tribe that is there, is grown as food for them to keep them from being too fanatical about their meals. Boars, when out in the wild, will eat anything as long as they're fed consistently. Did you not encounter any of the boar kind on your way to Verdantia? They multiply so swiftly.
No, on our way in, we did. I do not recall any of that boar kind before.
Excellent. Okay. Well, then, we need to be careful. We leave tonight, so rest up for the rest of the day, and we'll leave in the evening while they are building the door and the gate, I should say, into here, and the Sojourner camp is being built here. I just wanted to at least inform you of what's going on so you could be prepared.
Question.
Yes.
I think this is for me. Could I just think when she asked that? Can I just think about the boars we just saw and possibly any similarities? If there was any features that looked somewhat similar to the boars that we saw at the Hag's place? Yeah,
I mean, it's a good question. You only have to roll. Yeah, they are similar. and make, but those were actual boars on all four. These are people. Like, they're upright walking creatures. They're humanoid.
Oh,
But-
okay. Well, I was just thinking mind-wise, it's just like, oh,
I
it's
will
anxious, creepy as
say
shit.
they looked similar.
Okay.
Like, facial structure-wise, they look similar.
Got you.
I mean, you didn't get a close look. It was pretty frenzied, quick.
Yeah.
Your friend went down. You two almost died. It was literally 3 rounds of combat, and the whole party almost wiped.
Okay. Yeah, that's just a random thought, like fallacy. It's just like having a.
Well,
Okay.
if Tulip and I are, if you don't need our service anymore, we will rest for the rest of the day, and we'll leave this evening. Obviously, Von Redrick, if you could guard the lift, make sure nobody comes or goes. Says, yes, Your Majesty. And she will walk away and head back towards her carriage. You got a couple hours yourselves. You're healed up. What would the party like to do? That torch you have would also be at a partial light. If you ever wanted to relight it, you can. But when you do, it has a chance of failing.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So you can put it out, basically, yeah. Unless you want to let it burn out for the day.
No, it's okay. I'll have a torch and a half then.
All right. Well, then, is there anything you all would like to do while you wait it out into this evening?
I'm going to talk to Morgo.
Have you ever talked to Morgo yet?
Well, the blade tells me I'm hungry all the time.
It does. It does tell you hungry
And it
all the
went
time.
to somebody else's hand, and I've recently died. So I think, because I'm very dumb, that the blade is betraying me.
Well, I have to flip back to page 1 in my notes here. When you grab Morgo to speak to it, it is a charisma roll at disadvantage. You never tried doing this during the show.
Yep.
Oh, buddy.
First roll was a 17, which makes it a 19. Second roll was a 15, which makes it a 17.
Okay. You do hear a voice back. Are you going to share this with the party?
Fuck no. This
I would-
is Valraven's sword time.
Yep. Diane already knows what to do. Take out that earbud, Adam. Oh, welcome back, Slitlid. Look, you haven't had a secret time on this show yet, have you?
No.
Excellent. All right. As you grab the sword and begin to speak to it, you feel barbs grow out and prick into your hand, enough to do 1 point of damage. As it drinks, the cross hilt on the sword separates and like opens like a chasm, and it's like a toothy maw. And you hear the voice of Morgo come from the blade itself. You fell in battle. And in your failure, we demand a sacrifice.
I've eaten so many things.
Ah, yes, but we have not.
What do you want to eat?
You must feed us directly.
Wait, before, like, no, hold up, big second, 1 moment. I look around at my body, seeing if the wounds have healed.
Besides the 1 point, yes.
All right. Before we continue this consummation of my insides inside of your insides, which honestly is a little bit odd. What the fuck happened back there? I like swung you. I did the stabby thing. I did the yelling thing. I did the shadow thing. And I fucking went down. I've gotten squishy. I've been eating everything. Why am I so squishy?
You have become weak, and this is the first time you have offered sacrifice to us. You have never spoke to us before.
But
There's
you're
like an
always,
echo.
in the back of my head saying hunger. Hunger.
Yes, the blade is constantly hungry.
Ah.
But to feed us, we must devour.
Okay.
We do not care whom, but it must be one. feed us.
Like, you just want, like, part of body, or are we talking, like, full thing?
They just say to feed them. And the mouth stays open on the blade. You can't see through it, but the cross hilt, like, stretches up the blade. It's a hole. A toothy, mauled hole. Now you have a choice. Who do you want to feed to this thing? Or refuse to? I will tell you, if you feed it, I will give you 10 hit points. Just stack them onto your character. If you don't, there is a consequence.
Okay. I heard story earlier that we're getting rid of Kobold, who I have spent no time with. Ah, perfect.
Are you going to walk over to it while he's sleeping and feed it to it?
I'm going to do one better.
What would you like to do?
I am going to use the shadow move to
Okay.
make an image
Okay.
of our sweet chef.
Okay.
A little image. And in his voice, he'll whisper into the Kobold's ears.
Oh, no.
The best meals are found at the end of a sword. Find the great sous chef Valraven. Achieve your destiny.
Can I get a charisma roll from you? No disadvantage
you
or
can.
anything. It's versus this dumb. Oh, fuck me.
Dirty 20.
I rolled a 3. The kobold gets up in the middle of the night and wanders to you. Mr. Valraven, I know this is going to sound very odd, but Riz was told that you are the great sous chef of Fallis, and that I am to come to you to learn before I can learn from him. Can you teach me? I brought meat.
Great. I will also give you an offering.
I'm gonna pull out that juice that causes light and makes people loopy.
What is that? Are we flavoring the
Drink it?
meat?
No, I want you to drink this.
Oh.
And we are going to share our histories.
Oh,
And
he
I'm
sits
going to go
down.
ahead and take the meat and I eat it.
Okay, yep, you eat the meat. It tastes horrible.
So-
It's from his pot.
Nah.
It does not taste. It's cooked and it tastes bad. I know I'm a horrible cook. I need to learn. Riz would love to learn.
I'm sure you would, and you are going to learn about unending hunger and eternity. So,
Oh,
what I want you to
that's
think,
what makes you a
don't
good chef.
speak,
Being hungry
don't
makes you a good
speak.
chef. Oh,
Quiet,
sorry,
quiet.
I apologize.
You shut the fuck up.
I apologize. Yep.
Now I
no,
want you to focus
but-
on the best meal you've ever had.
You and I are going to
he-
take a little walk.
He closes his eyes. Best meal I ever had. And he just starts. Oh wait, are we walking? Oh,
I'm gonna grab his hand, keep your eyes closed, and I'll walk with him outside of camp,
he follows me.
away from people.
Well, you're in a big cave. There's nowhere to leave.
Great.
You just
Great.
can go into the shadows somewhere. All right.
Now,
Yes.
the most important
Can I open
thing
my
to cooking
eyes?
well. Nope, you do not open your eyes. I want you to focus.
I'm
The
focused.
greatest things we learn require sacrifice.
Yes, of course. Yes,
Require
yes.
health, require dedication, and they are painful.
yeah.
But in them, if you survive, you will become the greatest thing you've ever thought of.
I'll
Think of
become
the
a lizard
stone-
man.
Think of a great fucking meal. Think of the lizard man. Yes.
Yes,
Now
I become
close
a
your eyes,
large
Put your
lizard
hands
man.
above your head and put them like you're praying.
And I'm gonna take the whole of the sword and just slam it over the top of his head.
When you go to put the sword down, at first the maw opens a little more. It pulls the skin from its body first, leaving just muscle and bone behind. And then it sucks the skeleton from its body, and the blade is coated in the muscle left behind as it slowly
yeah.
absorbs into the sword.
Metal is fuck. I love it.
You gain 10 hit points, and your sword gains a +1 to hit and damage.
Fuck yes. Now is that a permanent 10 hit points?
It is just 10 more hit points. It's permanent.
You know what? Who needs friends?
You do, to feed him to the sword. The sword, at the end, it slowly grinds shut and closes and says, You have found a sacrifice. The next must be better.
Okay, fair. No, that's fair. That's a tiny meal.
With that, what could go wrong? So, you wander back later that evening. Is there anything the two of you are doing? Valraven disappears, which is not odd. He scouts and vanishes for a while. Is there anything the two of you do for that evening?
Yeah, I'm gonna take some extra bits, a little leftover rations if I can, and make some. I want to make some monster sushi, especially for the three of us. Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna
Give me your roll.
I'm also going to eat that breacher food so I can get a +1.
You get a token back. One extra one. Okay.
I'm going to do that.
15.
15. So you make some monster sushi. What does monster sushi give everybody before you leave for the night? How many people can you feed?
So monster sushi, I had enough for at least the three of us.
Okay.
I want to have it for at least tomorrow, so it's a +1.
So you're gonna wake up and eat. Well, you're journeying tonight. You rest now, journey tonight. So just eat it before you leave on the journey.
Oh yeah, it gives us a +1 attacks versus monsters.
Oh, okay. So +1 attack
+1s.
versus monsters for everybody.
Okay.
Write that down, everybody.
Yep.
So that night, is there anything that Millicent's going to do, or are you just kind of like, tightening your harp strings, making sure
fine.
things are good?
Yeah.
Everyone packs up to leave. Von Redrick has a larger backpack on that has almost like a cabinet in the top of it. And then like a backpack on the lower part, and then like a sleeping roll and a tent below, because they're big, 7 foot. The queen is in the same clothes. The pig is in this light scale armor.
Cute.
She is carrying a rapier and a stiletto. She has a spell book on her hip, which you've not seen previously. And she says, "Are we all ready?"
But yes. Are you also a caster?
I'm quite an adept mage.
Oh.
And Tulip here is a warrior unlike any other.
Wow. I can't wait to see it in
Hopefully it was on
action.
top.
Tulip has
yes,
saved me
absolutely.
from many. Where is our little scaled friend who is leading us?
Oh, he's gone. We said we don't want him no more, so he left for meal.
He left for meal. We have food
Yes,
here. Where did he
for
go?
meal. He was needed for greater meal. But no here anymore.
Queen looks to Von Erich, but she's like, I really don't give a shit. We don't need him. We know how to get there.
You kind of see in the background, just Polish just kind of drops his head a little bit. Just
Yeah.
kinda shakes. He's like,
Well then, if we are all ready, let's take the lift, shall we?
Yes.
When you get on the lift, the camera would pan back. I'm going to switch the background here for us. I'm actually going to turn it off so the audience can't see this right away. But you all can see it. As the lift raises up, there is a clunk, clunk of counterweights. And this is big enough to put like 2 of your wagons on and take it up. The journey out of here is 2 days. Who is leading out of this group for the journey? Who is the best at like tracking and leading for this? I don't remember who you all had doing it last time.
I have rope.
That is not what I asked.
I am hungry.
That's what I got.
Hunger is not.
Well, I'm not the best, but I guess it's me.
All right. Well, let me get you your roll before you like decide to jump into the end.
We are not truckers.
The distance is not secret in this case because we know the journey we're on. People have been on it before. You have gear, you have rations to take with you. It's a 2.5 day journey because she can cut it down because she has traveled this many times. The check that you make, though, I don't know if any of you are going to be good at this.
Okay,
This is an area with nooks and crannies. It's easy to get lost. It would be a disadvantage normally, but she provides an advantage to the roll. And you will be rolling a wisdom or intelligence check. Wisdom if you are tracking things, looking your way through. Intelligence if you've been this way before and you're remembering how to get here. That is not your case. So it'd be wisdom. Would you like a bonus to your wisdom?
Yes, please.
We've already used a journey card to chop all this time down, so we've done that already. We'll give you a wisdom bonus from Nessie.
Okay.
Actually, we might be out of them because intelligence and wisdom is the same card. Let me make sure. Hold on here. Do we have a smarter, which is smarter, wiser?
I might have used the last one.
There's one more left. Serving
Is there
Hands
one
has
more?
one, so you get a +1 to your roll. You are welcome to add things to this. It is a difficult journey through here. Normally, this would be a 12, but this is a 15.
Okay.
Is anyone going to aid her using their action to aid as you travel through here? If so, that means you're in the front. Von Redrick will not. He is with the queen. Or she, sorry, is with the queen.
I will aid.
Okay.
Okay.
Aiding will give you a 20, another d20. Do you not even need it?
I don't need it. I rolled a natural 20.
This makes sense. Winding through here, there's something odd about these tunnels you're going through. You've went up a full 2 floors, so roughly 60 to 90 foot in the air on this lift. As you get out, it is a narrow corridor. And the stone here is immaculately smooth. It does wind and turn and pieces break out, but between you, the queen, and Valraven aiding you, is that who it was up front?
Yes.
You find your way easily. She gets to a wall. There is it's kind of like a double door framed in this thick, almost like beam of stone. She walks over to the side. There's no lever or anything. She places her hand on the right-hand side of the door and says something in Elven. I
know.
You can speak Elven?
Yeah, I speak Elvish.
I do too.
It is absolute gibberish. It's not even magical words.
Oh.
It's like she said, yes, no, and the door, yes, and like she's just filling airtime.
Okay.
And the door cracks open, like splits the stone, and like this jagged line, it begins to open. Inside, this warm air pours out that is musty and kind of wet. It doesn't smell like anything's been in here, almost like a swamp.
Okay.
When she steps in, all of the moss and trees ignite in light. You all can see it on the map right now as this green liquid drips from the trees. These trees and the moss and the vegetation are not made of stone. It is like it's inside of this gigantic temple with circle daises out over water.
Oh, that's cool.
And a gigantic, colossal tree at the back that goes up and through this like glass ceiling.
That's like a huge greenhouse.
For the audience, I will turn it on so they can see it. As you walk in, immediately you are swarmed by these small glowing green lights. Anyone who is a living creature gets an advantage on a Constitution roll.
Are we all technically living creatures?
The golem, unfortunately, rolls with disadvantage.
Okay.
And the con rolls, do not say them out loud.
Oh, we're rolling now.
Oh, you're rolling now as they swarm you. She walks in and they swarm around her hand. She grabs them and like breathes them in like pollen. Her eyes light green. And I'm going to pull another character onto the screen. Spikes begin to grow from her skin. Her eyes change color as she begins to become something else.
This is the queen.
The queen. As all of the lights turn off
Great.
and it becomes pitch black.
Yuck.
I need to know if you made a 12 for your Constitution rolls.
No.
You did not.
No, I got an 11. Oh, wait, can I use a breacher?
If you would like to use a breacher, you can use on any D20 roll.
So,
Yes, please.
I have to say, I'm glad I'm living.
Yeah, for once. Because you were undead earlier, and I was like, oh my god, if he gets here and he's undead, he is fucked.
Because my first dice roll was a natural 1. My second dice roll was a natural 20.
Oh, what a waste that would have been.
Okay, I have a 15 now. I rolled a 4.
As she lights up in blues, purples, and greens, her skin twists, her armor grows, and I'm going to put her on screen for the audience as she turns around in this weird,
Ew, no.
twisted
Oh, no.
form of herself before. The ears on the pig are almost bat-like. Its hoofs are sharp. They actually, like, tear at her clothes. And the pig speaks. None of you knew the language of the beastman, unfortunately. As it yells something, and you see in the trees as boars start stepping out, as the lights on the trees start to glow halfway up. As an entire tribe of boarmen step out. She turns and says, "We are home. You are safe. The spirits have decided that you are not to be harmed." Her voice changes. There's some grunting noises in the way she speaks. And she walks along that long bridge over the water. The royal knight turns and looks to you all, and you see her face is distended, that tusks have grown out, as she follows with the queen out. What do the three of you want to do?
Oh, man. So
You asked some really smart questions earlier about, like, did she look any different? And I was like, oh, you're asking the wrong person. Are you following out along that bridge towards the large tree?
I mean,
Yeah?
yeah.
Yeah. You said Von Redrick changes as well, too, right?
Yeah, they look like a boar man instead of an elf. They do have longer ears and stuff, but they definitely change form.
I'm gonna turn my head back to Phallus. We fed her pig.
I'm just gonna follow her.
Makes more sense now why she didn't want to eat it, right?
Pigs eat their own all the time.
They do.
Oh, I don't understand the complaining.
So as you follow out, the lights that you have follow you around as well. The trees are lit. It's not as daylight as it is in here, but enough to where you can see. As she walks towards the tree, you see like that pocket area that's in there at the bottom, like the vines that go up. She kind of winds her way into it, and in the middle, there is about a 2-foot round stone basin on a slant. Very similar to the ones inside the thicket that you all walked up to and gave something to before. She lets go of her pig. It flies up and lands on one of the branches nearby. And it starts eating some of the bugs that are crawling around on the tree. Redrick is with her, and the boarmen line up and follow behind. They don't attack, they just follow. They stay at that last circle before the tree on the left-hand side. They just kind of line up and wait there, and they kind of crowd the area. Getting out of here would not be easy through combat. There's somewhere between 30 to 40 of these boarmen and women. In Elven, she says, "Vedantix, please join us and speak with us." The tree glows brighter, and out of the pool of water, Verdantix grows like vines. The inside of her glows in this like bright iridescent light, a skull-like tree for a skull, and she starts speaking in diabolic.
Nice. You speak it?
Yes, I do.
Okay, great.
And with that, we'll end our show for the night.
I don't even know what she says. No.
Verdantics, for those who are watching, look like this as parts of her are moving. Does anyone have anything going on this week? I know I'm going to be at Gamehole Con, but what about the rest of you? Anything fun?
Yeah, this weekend is so twice a year for our martial arts. We have our black belt testing, also
Ooh.
known as our summit, where we essentially spend Friday night and all day Saturday putting ourselves through physical, mental, like emotional, just like trials and stuff. And then, yeah, we get to all of the new black belts are testing like Friday night, and it's a whole ceremony and everything too. So yeah, so that's kind of our big thing.
None
for
of
the
you were
weekend.
taking it, right? Because you guys have both already taken the test, right?
No.
Diana just tested for her recent belt on Saturday.
Yeah.
Nice.
She's a badass brown belt now. Duke is brown.
Oh, do you guys do brown and stripes, or is it there's no stripes in yours?
Brown, red stripe comes
Red
next.
stripe comes next. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
And
And you know
then-
that they call me out for that challenge, right?
No.
Did
I'm
they?
just kidding.
Oh.
No, I had my testing back in April, so I've still got like 2.5 years before
That's awesome.
my next big test.
Well, is there anything going on with Slit since you're back from apocalypse? Hey, look, he looks like a person, sort of. You look like a greasy
I
person.
I exist.
You
No, I will be. I've got
Yeah,
so
right.
much time on my hands now. All the time in the world.
all the time.
I will actually be at Fort Edwards Air Base this
Ooh,
coming weekend to test drive some vehicles on their dry lake bed.
That-
And I just found out
Sounds like
today that you need a security background to be in there because apparently it's the second most controlled Air Force base next to Area 51 in
51.
the United States. Yep. So we have a bunch of wasteland cars that are going out. And I've
what
been
are they?
told that
How,
there's a
what are they gonna
surprise.
do? Test them to see if they work right and don't explode on, I don't know, looking at them?
We have a jet car, and everybody's backed out of driving it.
I would do it.
And I don't have a job, and I only have 1 more month of life of health insurance.
Yeah,
So
let's
we're gonna
not-
see.
That's not, yeah.
We're gonna see what we can do.
Yeah, let's not
gonna be
do
good.
that. Let's not do that.
Fucking choice.
Holy shit. Well, welcome back to Breachers. Only a few episodes left. We're getting into the final arc of this season. Everybody wave goodbye as I take us
friends.
over.
Thanks for hanging out. We love you all. See you
Don't
next week.
forget, secret time, everybody. We got to hand out experience to these lovely people.
Secret,
If you come to
secret,
secret time,
secret.
don't share what Valraven had happen. Don't ruin it for the other two.
Oh,
Don't do it. Or
me.
we'll do something horrible. Like, I don't
ruin
know
secret,
what, but
secrets
something.
and secret time.
Yeah, so we'll be over there in a minute. But back over to this. Thank you for watching this. If you're watching this after it's all done, let's say that you've watched this, you want to know more, check out Shadowdark. Join me at Gamehole Con if you're going to be there. And then coming up in a few months, I'm going to be putting up some pay-to-plays so you can play in Breachers as well in Shadowdark. But until then, everybody, like, subscribe, click these things that are here. One's going to be like, I don't know, something important. The other one's going to be something more important than that one. So you have a decision to do. But that's it for us tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you in a week. And I'll see the rest of you at Gamehole Con. On Wednesday, as a matter of fact. I can't believe it's already here. Nope, wrong show, Adam.